It's early and it's cold. So, you created all these main characters that you care about in your comic. What a lot of us writers or artists tend to do when we make comics or stories is we start going too far trying to protect the characters that we create. We got to break that habit because it makes a really boring story. I find myself doing it from time to time too. But a good practice that I use to sort of make things better is being a little bit more sadistic. Think to yourself, as the creator of the world that you're making, whether you're a story writer or whether you're doing comic books, whatever the case may be, if you're writing or creating some type of story in whatever genre you're doing, think to yourself, how can I make the life of my main character worse right now? Always think that to yourself. Things can't just be flowers and rose petals all the time in these stories for these characters. Like, seriously, think about what you could do to make things harder for your characters. What can you do to put your characters in some type of peril? What can you do to make your characters fall and have to get back up? Those are things that people who read your stories or people who watch whatever you're doing, they can really get behind and get into. If your character constantly overcomes, it tends to create a bit of a boring story. No one likes a winner. Let's be honest. No one likes people winning. It's life. Like, people don't like other people who win all the time, but they like people who struggle and then win. Like, we like watching someone's rise to the top, and then we like seeing them get knocked down off of their pedestal and having to try all over again. Like, that's the greatest story of life. If you really think about some of the best stories in history, they have that sort of motif to them. No matter what like sports stories, movies, comic books, anything, they all have that sort of train of thought to them, to where the hero or the main character has some type of adversity. They overcome it, and then a brand new problem arises, and they have to overcome that one as well, and we get attached to it. As a sidebar, I think this might be one of the reasons why people hate John Cena. Anyways, if you constantly overcome every obstacle to the point where the obstacles that are put in front of you no longer even seem like obstacles, no one's going to get behind that hero. The hero might become a villain. Like, that's how in a lot of cases most people start to like the villains more than the hero, because they can sympathize more with the villains than they can the good guy that they're supposed to be watching. So when you make your stories, just think about new ways that you can cause a problem for the hero. It's like, oh, the hero has something great happening. How can I make this bad? The hero's just having a regular plain old day. How can I throw a complete monkey wrench and not only cause something that dramatically changes the hero's life forever, but it now creates a tremendous problem for him, like, or her. Like, think about these things when you're making your stories, and try not to be so overprotective of your main characters.